Hi everyone, it's the interview queen Alicia Atout here, and I'm really excited to welcome you all to my interview with CARYS. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing very well, thank you.
How are you holding up with everything going on right now? I know filming some music videos and writing's been keeping you busy, which we will get into, but just in general, how are you?
Yeah, today was a little bit of a weird day, but I think that's kind of been the vibe the whole time. Has been kind of like some days I'm like feeling super weird and uncomfortable and everything's kind of hitting me at once. And then other days I feel like I'm so grateful that we can work from home and that all this has given me so many opportunities to like really be more creative and have more time to like take care of myself, which have been really great pluses to the whole situation, all things considered. But yeah, just kind of all over the place, taking it day by day.
What are some of the things you've been doing at home to keep your mind off of the boredom? Because I know in the first couple of months we're all like, okay, this is fun, like we have time to ourselves. And then like 3 months hits and then 4 months and we're just all, losing our sanity.
It started with like banana bread and and now we're here. Yeah, most of the time I am doing just like work stuff, like behind the scenes meetings and stuff like that and writing. But when I'm not doing that, hang out with my family. I've been starting to cook. I haven't cooked much in my life, but I cooked a little
Okay.
so far in this quarantine, and learning how to play guitar again, which is has been really fun.
What are some of the things that you've ended up cooking that have actually turned out edible?
Okay, I'm such a perfectionist, so I think that really helps with cooking. I did cook. I'll tell you one thing. I cooked like an egg cloud sandwich, which I just found online, and I just was like, okay, I'll try to make it, where you like whip egg whites. And
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
yeah, you whip the egg whites till they're fluffy, put them in the oven, and then you put them on top of a sandwich, put the yolk in the middle,
Oh,
ham, Dijon mustard, cheese, delicious.
that actually sounds really, really good.
I was really proud of. That was a very like Gordon Ramsay moment. I felt this.
5 stars, chef, 5 stars. How's learning to sew coming along too? Because the embroidery that you did like a month back actually looked really, really good.
Oh, you saw that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I gave up after that first try.
Did
Um,
you?
I did. I haven't gotten back into it, but I'm a very like sporadic person. Like I do like to just like try new things here and there, and then like maybe I'll return to it. I used to sew clothes for my webkins when I was like 12.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
and then I just never did it again till I embroidered that shirt. And maybe in like another 10 years I'll sew again.
Yeah. You never know. It'll come in waves. You'll do it for like a month at a time, and it'll just be something consistent throughout your life, you know? Well, we of course have to dive into your newest single, No More. When it comes to releasing new tracks into the world, do you still get that pre-release anxiety and the jitters beforehand?
Completely and totally, entirely, all over my body, all day long. Oh man, it's so scary sharing things that you care about ever. Like even talking with you now, it's kind of scary being like, I'm just showing the person that I am, and like people might not like that. And for me, it is hard to like accept that people are like mean on the internet and stuff sometimes. Like that's so like silly and small, but
I feel that completely. Like, I know exactly what you mean.
yeah, but for some reason it really affects me. Like I know in my brain I'm like, hey, if someone doesn't like a song I made for fun, just because I like it, like that's okay. Like nobody has to like it. But then still part of me is like, no, I don't want people to like it. I just want everyone to love it, and I want everything to be awesome all the time. And you know what? It's kind of awesome that it's not like that all the time, because it makes me appreciate the good that does come through, and it's mostly good stuff. So it's all just like pre-release jitters, and then once it's out, I'm usually like, oh, we're good, we're flying. It's fun, and I love to do it.
The song really does have such a carefree and effortless summery feel, but is it true that you actually wrote it in like the dead of winter?
Yes. So I wrote it. We wrote it in the winter, and Ryan, who was the producer in the session and one of the co-writers, he brought in a track that as soon as we heard it, we were like, all right, cool, we're gonna use that track, and it just rolled. It was a really summery track, and we were feeling really good that day. And so I think it just like turned into this perfect summery song.
And it's kind of perfect right now too, because when you watch the music video filmed at your home, I feel like so many of us are just doing those things, like chilling in the pool, like on the trampoline. It's these little things, but they have such like a flowy motion to them. It just went so well with the track. Like it was awesome to see.
Thanks so much. Yeah, the video was so much fun. I got to film it with my brother, and that was also just an anxiety fest, but it was so much fun. It ended up working out. It's always like before, right? And then when I feel like with anxiety, like when you actually get to it and you do it, it's never as scary as you think, because I feel like we can't handle as much as we can actually handle. We like get afraid of things. So when we finally got to just recording it, we were just having so much fun with it that I forgot that it was like a music video for my single. It was just like a video me and my brother were making at home.
That's adorable.
It was so wholesome. It was such a wholesome, fun time.
Oh, that's so cute. And I know that music's always been a passion of yours, and you actually took vocal and guitar lessons when you were a kid. So do you remember some of the very first lyrics or songs you wrote being that young?
Yeah, I do. There was one particular song I remember because I printed the lyrics in rainbow font. Like the first line was red, then the second line was orange, third line like on Microsoft Word, those like rainbow fonts. The like
I remember.
Okay, and the song was called Singing in the Rain, and it was about how you have to stay positive when things are sad and like look on the bright side. I think I was like 10. I don't remember how it goes though.
I was gonna say, do you remember like a melody or anything? But you just remember the Microsoft Word.
I just remember like the general message of the song and overall aesthetic of the paper I printed it on.
Hey, it's a good color scheme and definitely a good message. So you were onto something.
Yeah. I'm proud of that. At least it wasn't like something super dark. I used to write these like dark, sad, like short stories when I was young too, where like I just thought sad things were so much fun, and like not fun, but I loved like feeling like connected to a story. And to me, I was like, okay, what's something that like could happen that would make people care? And in my like child brain, I was like, oh, like what if like the family dog passed away? Or like something like I always write these like sad stories.
Oh my gosh. Well, on a slightly lighter note, something cool that you recently got to do and experience was being a 3D avatar, which looked like so much fun. So how was that entire thing and immersing yourself in that getup and just the whole experience?
Yeah, wow. That was something that kind of like came out of nowhere. I'd never like heard of anything like that. And I was like, okay, like I didn't really know what to expect, but so cool. You get like I didn't put anything on. Oh no, I did, because we had a different day for like motion sensors.
Okay.
But on the actual day, I just like was in a truck with like 300 cameras around me or something, and they would all take a picture at the same time. And they used all those photos to like create the 3D me. It was awesome.
That's so cool. You must have been geeking out seeing it come to fruition. I saw a couple fans tag you in pictures like, who's in my house?
Yeah, it's very geek, like much geek. All the geeks.
All the geeks. Well, you're not only a great musician, but I know that you've also dove into acting before, being in shows like Workin' Moms to movies like Long Shot. So is there a dream role that you'd really, really love to be in and perform in one day?
Yeah, I've always been like, I'm a very safe person. I like to like I'm sure you could tell. I'm a very nervous person. I'm very like keep to myself and like anxious about things. But when it comes to acting, it's like a free like opening thing. Same thing with like writing music. I feel like it just opens me up, like makes me so much more it's like a sense of freedom and a peaceful present experience. But so like this is gonna sound weird, but then I would want to play something that's like far away from me. So like I don't know, like I'd love to be like an antagonist in a superhero movie or something, or like just a very powerful and like confident, super like badass chick role would be really cool, because like I'm a badass chick in my own
No
way.
doubt.
Yeah, but like playing someone super confident and very like leader-esque. I'm not sure if that would be like president or yeah.
Yeah, vice president.
I'm just super like, okay, anything.
I could see it though. I know what you mean because you go day to day being yourself, and like for me, I interview musicians and wrestlers. So when I'm in that wrestling world, it's like larger than life. No one's really themselves when they're in the ring. They're all characters. And when I TV host for wrestling companies, like I'm also kind of diving into their world and being a character. So it's like almost an excuse to not be yourself and push buttons and like not that you don't have fun day to day, but like have more fun, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, because you get to feel like there's a mask between you and the character, and so
Exactly.
there's more freedom to explore different things.
No, that's definitely it. And since we are still talking about television, if your music were to be featured in any show or movie, which would you absolutely freak out to hear it in?
That's such a good question. All my favorite shows are pretty much finished, but I don't know if I always say that I could see like No More being in like a teen rom-com.
Totally.
So that would be cool if it was in like a To All the Boys I Loved Before kind of like. Ooh.
I can see that. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Never Have I Ever. Have you seen Never Have I Ever?
No, but I just literally was scrolling through Facebook like before our interview, and I saw that they're coming out with a season 2, and so many people that I know love it. So I think that's going to be the next thing I binge because it's supposed to be amazing.
Oh, you have to. It left me in pieces. It's so beautiful, and Mindy Kaling is a genius.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check. Wait, did you post like, was that the thing you posted all those crying photos too?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. That was the finale of season 1 had me finished.
Okay. All right, I'm totally gonna watch it.
That was one of my favorite shows I've seen in the last like year or so.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, I'll take your advice. Well, I really want to say thank you so much for taking the time and for hopping on here. It's been an absolute delight having you on the show.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. It was so much fun. Sorry for bringing it down with the dark story.
We brought it right back up, so it's all good. It's all about balance, you know?
You're right.
Well, everyone, this has been CARYS. I am the interview queen, Alicia Atout. Be sure to check out aliciaatout.com for all exclusive interviews and features, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.